Seattle's early days were chaotic enough, with its mud, fire, crime, and timber barons. But the weirdest problem? The toilets. Because in 1800 Seattle, a simple flush could unleash a full-blown sewage geyser, shooting waste 4 feet into the air. People didn't call it a riot, but maybe they should have. Let's rewind to the mid-1800s. Seattle was a scrappy lumber town built on the edge of Elliott Bay, right where the tide rolls in and out twice a day. And when I say built, I mean stacked, on mud, on sawdust, on anything that would hold. Now here's the genius part. Early Seattle engineers, if we can call them that, ran hollow wooden sewers above ground, right along the edges of the streets. The idea was simple. Waste would flow downhill into the bay. But they forgot one key thing. Tides don't care about your sewer plans. When the tide rolled in, it reversed the flow, meaning whatever was in the bay came back through the pipes, into homes, through toilets, with pressure. Picture it. You sit down in your finely crafted outhouse, or maybe your newfangled indoor toilet, and just as you reach for the Sears catalog, boom, a column of waste, seawater, and God knows what explodes out of the bowl. Enough force to blow the seat off. Some folks claimed it could lift you off the seat. Others built makeshift ladders just to avoid being launched. And while there were no official riots, people were mad, just not mad enough to stop flushing. They even gave it a name, the Seattle Flush. But it wasn't something to celebrate. Then in 1889, the Great Seattle Fire swept through the downtown core, mostly built of wood, including all those poop-choked sewers. The entire thing went up in flames. Tragic? Yes, but also kind of a golden opportunity. When they rebuilt, Seattle city leaders decided to fix the sewage mess once and for all. They regraded the entire downtown area, raised the streets by up to 20 feet, and built real underground sewers, this time made of brick. They even built sidewalks above the old sidewalks. Today, that's what we call the Seattle Underground. And if you take a tour down there, just remember, you're walking through the remains of a very messy chapter in city history. Now you might think, okay, lesson learned. Toilets today are safe, right? Well, mostly. In 1989, maintenance crews at the King County Courthouse accidentally hooked an air compressor to the water line. The result? Pressurized toilets across multiple floors literally exploded. Porcelain shattered. People screamed. One woman fainted. Another got nailed in the foot by a flying urinal shard. Modern plumbing meet 19th century energy. And here's the kicker. This still happens from time to time. Sewer cleaning crews using high-pressure jets have accidentally caused, let's call it toilet blowback. Homeowners in North Seattle reported full-on toilet eruptions. Just like the old days, minus the tide. One person said it looked like a gallon of water had jumped out of the bowl and slapped the floor. The official advice from Seattle Public Utilities? Keep the lid closed during sewer maintenance. You know, just in case. So was there really a Seattle flush riot? Not exactly. But between exploding toilets, tide-powered sewage, and literal geysers of human waste, it's fair to say the city was under siege. Just not by people, by plumbing. Seattle rose from the muck, sometimes literally, and became a modern city because of how bad things got. Which makes this less of a riot and more of a redemption story. Seattle's explosive toilet saga is one of the weirdest chapters in Northwest history. So next time you flush, maybe say a little thank you to the engineers who figured it out, or at the very least, keep the lid down. If you enjoyed this story, give the video a like and subscribe for more weird and fascinating tales about the Northwest. Got something strange you think we should cover? Drop it in the comments. We would love to hear it. Thanks for watching.